Well, hi-ho folks, and welcome back to the adventures of Turwinkle, the Gnome Mage. Well, hi Turwinkle.
Salutations.
Are you all set for today, sir?
Indubitably.
Well, great, because today we are here in Hearthglen, and we are going to go talk to the guild called the Argent Onslaught, a fun guild here on Moonguard. And so without any further ado, let us go see this wonderful guild, find out all about them, and see what they're all about. And so let's go see if we can find them, Turwinkle. Alrighty, folks. Well, we have found them here at the gates to Hearthglen. That's right, the Argent Onslaught. And right up front here, we have the guild leader himself. That is Reese, the Argent General of the Argent Onslaught. He is Reese, the Argent Champion. He's a level 100 human warrior. Hello, sir.
Well, hello there, Turwinkle.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time here tonight to tell us all about your awesome guild.
Hey, that's quite not a problem at all. I'm actually glad that you showed up.
Right, right. Because, I guess I messed up the time there today, didn't I?
Well, actually, that was my fault, to be honest with you. Because I mistook what time, you were in, and I thought it was,
Right, sometimes that'll happen, folks, and, because of all the different time zones and whatnot, we just got our wires crossed there a little bit, but here we are now. And so, sir, I see you've brought a great group of folks here with you today, and so let us see who we have here with you. And let me get Turwinkle over here. And up first here, sir.
I would love to introduce you. Up first here is Vindicator Elise. She's currently a private and everything, and she's a newer member of the guild and everything. And she has been around with us and everything. She's an artist, and just been really fun to have with us.
Oh, excellent. And next.
Well, this is Rosie McOwen. She's currently Sergeant and our Quartermaster, who's in charge of meeting with all sorts of different people to get us the supplies that we need for our events and stuff like that. And she holds a very important job with us.
Oh, excellent. And next.
This is Kiratara Springdale. She's a current recruit, and we recruited her actually after the Tournament of Ages several weeks ago. And she's been with us, and for a short while, it has been really good having her.
Oh, fantastic. It's always good to get new recruits, isn't it, sir?
Oh, very much so.
All right, we've got to scoot back a little bit so we can get this fine gentleman. Who do we have next here?
This is actually Major Aska. He was one of the founding members of the guild itself, and has been around since pretty much since we started it, actually. And he's currently, his character is anyways, our defensive coordinator. He likes to stand on top of the tower and, see to our defenses and everything.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And we've got to scoot back just a little more to see this next gentleman. And next.
This is Allery McGowan. He's commander. And he is the third in charge. And he's been around, just like Aska, since the very beginning. Has helped found the guild and everything. And he sees to the troops themselves. While Aska's more defensive, Allery sees more to offensive. He's the one that coordinates, during our events and stuff like that, the troops, where they go.
All right. And next, sir.
And this is Captain Althea Brimcraft. She's currently our head of magical. We've started up a magical division for all the mages and other sort of magic users that we've got. And she resides in the Mage Tower. And she does a lot, mostly research and stuff like that. She's been around with us for quite some time.
Great. Love the veteran members in a guild, don't you?
Well, what can I say?
Alrighty, and next?
This is Sophia Ambrose. She's a private with us, and she's been with us actually since before the Tournament of Ages. And she's been practically role-playing with us almost every day, and she's more or less sort of like a guardswoman in her role.
Oh, wonderful. And next, sir?
This is Shirazao Goldcloud. She's one of our medics from the medical division, and she was recruited after the Tournament of Ages, so she's been with us for a little bit. And as I've said, she practically helps out with healing and other stuff like that.
Oh, awesome. And next, sir?
I think we all pretty much know who Bjorn is. I mean, Bjorn is currently our emissary, as well as head of our medical division, and there really isn't really a whole lot to say. I mean, he's been around since the beginning of the guild has started, so he's also one of the veteran members of the group.
Alrighty, and pretty much his role is just butler and manservant to Thea, is that not correct?
Pretty much. We all know that Thea there is the true character of Bjorn. It's just sort of the tag-along.
Right. Right, and so folks, you can't quite see Thea behind Bjorn there, so sir, if you could, there's Thea, the brains behind the brawn. And all you folks know who Thea is. If you check out Bjorn's episode here on the channel, you'll find out this backstory behind Thea, and she also has a big starring role in the upcoming Tournament of Ages episode that I'm currently working on, and so check that out as well. So awesome, sir. A wonderful group of folks here tonight with you, and we'll be talking more with these folks as we go along. But the reason we're here, folks, again, is to learn about the guild they're in, and that is the Argent Onslaught. And so with that, we're going to come back and we're going to start finding out all about this awesome guild. So we'll be right back. And we are back, folks. And Reese, we had someone show up. Who do we have here?
This is Friedrich, and he's a current recruit. He's been with us since probably near the end of the Tournament of Ages. And ideally, he is the mate of Sophia right there. And he pretty much is, well, somebody who just kind of role-plays around and has fun with us.
Oh, excellent. All right, well, it's good of him to make the interview. And so let Turwinkle get back here. Scooch back so we can see everyone. Whoop. Without turning the sound on and off. Okay. Now, sir, first and foremost, how did you guys come up with the name the Argent Onslaught?
Well, it's kind of twofold, really. I think perhaps maybe Asuka might be better to explain that than me.
Okay, Asuka?
Oh, Sealy, we originally had a fellow major like myself in the guild. In the previous guild that we were in, she was known as originally as a Scarlet before she joined the Argent Crusade. And so people would always pick on her about being a Scarlet and whatnot. And anytime she did anything remotely, like, xenophobic, they always pointed out that she was a Scarlet. And so when we were going to make this guild, she thought it'd be funny to name it the Argent Onslaught, as akin to the Scarlet Onslaught.
Oh, okay. And the icy reason?
Well, as Asuka said, that was the OOC reason, and we sort of just justify it as Onslaught is not just a Scarlet term. I mean, it actually has an actual meaning to it. So we justify it as our roleplay style is predominantly Strike Force team built around, a group of people going out and fighting. And so, as an Onslaught group, we pretty much just go out as, a Suicide Squad, Strike Force, Shock Troops, pretty much whatever.
All right, awesome. Now, what kind of guild is it, Reese? Is it a heavy, light, medium roleplay guild, social? What kind of guild is it?
Actually, it's heavily roleplay. We actually don't have any sort of PvE or PvP groups set up. It's pretty much you come out, you roleplay, and that's pretty much it. Like, we have days off and stuff where pretty much nobody does anything, but for the most part, we're always roleplaying. every time you come to Hearthglen, there's always roleplay going on and stuff like that.
Well, awesome. That's my favorite type of guilds here. So, so excellent. And we've already kind of discussed a little bit about the in-game storyline behind the guild, but where was it founded and why in its storyline?
Well, its current storyline is it was founded probably about 2.5 years ago. And what it was the Argent Crusade needed a strike force, needed a team, because predominantly it had always been big, massive groups going out and stuff like that. But the way that we had always roleplayed was we had always had between 8 and 13 people come to an event, and that's hardly an army. So we justified that as, well, we're not part of an army, we're more of a strike force. And so the Crusade had called up several people that were like, okay, you're pretty much this heavy, infantry guy or this magic user, and you've served on the front lines. We need somebody who can get in there that nobody else can do and root out the undead, demons, anything else that we're fighting.
So you're basically the A-team, is that correct?
Oh, pretty much.
All right, excellent. And so, folks, when we come back, we are going to find out how you, watching this episode, can join this guild. So we're going to find out all the prerequisites for getting into the Argent Onslaught. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so, Reese, we are now talking. I've seen the episode so far. I love what you guys are about. I love the storyline. And so I want to get into the guild. So first and foremost, who do I talk to?
To be honest with you, you talk to pretty much any officer of the guild and ask to say that you want to join.
Alrighty, and we are actually going to be directing the rest of these questions to Brimcraft, who does quite a bit of recruiting for you guys. Is that correct?
That is true. And she will be talking about what process it takes to get into the guild, what we're looking for, and any other questions that you might have.
Oh, excellent. Alrighty, Brimcraft. Well, first and foremost, is there an age restriction getting into the guild, ma'am?
There is no age restriction, OOCly, although we do ask that people behave in a mature manner. Most of us here are adults or near adults, and sometimes guild chat can get a little bit crazy after midnight, but as long as you're mature, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, that's fair. Is there a class or race restriction to joining the guild?
None at all, and we have departments, ICly, that accommodate for all races and classes.
Ma'am, you guys don't allow warlocks in the guild, do you?
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
No, my character is a warlock.
Oh, I mean, of course, why wouldn't you include warlocks? They're awesome. We're kidding, folks. Okay. Next, is there a level requirement? Do I have to be a certain level in order to get into the guild?
I can answer that. As far as the level requirement, there really technically isn't, but since we do predominantly a lot of our roleplay in the Plaguelands and stuff like that, to survive easily, you should be at least above level 30.
Well, and that really doesn't take a long time to get to, does it, sir? Unless you're Turwinkle, of course.
Of course. Thankfully, no. For most people who probably played the game before and have played, on several alts, stuff like that, it shouldn't take too long. Maybe a couple of days at most.
Now, sir, with that question in mind, how many folks do you have in the guild at the current point?
We have currently 165 characters that are spread through several different accounts, and we usually see between 10 and 15 people on average at night.
Alrighty, and you folks allow alts in the guild?
Oh yeah, but they still have to go through the interview process that we require.
Okay, and I guess that's the next question that we have here. So, Brimcraft, is there an IC or OOC interview in order to get into the guild?
Yes, there's an IC interview. We ask about your character, their backgrounds, what they can bring to the guild, and other, necessities, such as how they would deal with the military atmosphere. This is really just a way for us to leverage where you are as a role player, not only if your character would work, but if you are, if you have a working knowledge of common sense, basically. And while we do like help younger role players learn how to role play, we do want to have like a certain cap of like skill already.
Okay, and I guess that is my next question. And do I have to know how to role play? But it sounds like you're willing to help folks out that might be new to role playing. Is that correct?
Yes, but we do ask that there's like a basic knowledge of WoW lore, Argent lore specifically, and at least the English language. We know that some people it's their second or even third or fourth language, but as long as we can read what you're saying.
Okay. Now, Reese, do you folks have a website folks can go to?
Actually, we do. It is on the Engine website, and it is argentonslaught.engine.com.
So excellent. So do you have all the prerequisites on how to get into the guild there?
Yes, we do. On the website, we've got pretty much a list of what we look for, our rules, and stuff like that. And we've even got a good noodle board going on.
Oh, excellent. So folks, again, if you missed some of what we've talked about here, you can either rewind or you can go to their website and find out all this information there as well. So with that, folks, Turwinkle has made it into the guild, and next we're going to find out what the rules are I have to follow now that I'm in the Argent Onslaught. So we will get that next. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so, Reese, Turwinkle's made it in to the guild. What are the rules, not only in character but out of character, that I have to follow, sir?
We've actually got several rules to follow, both out of character and in character. And I feel that maybe Aska and Allery are best to describe that. Aska can talk about our OOC rules, and then Allery can talk about our in character, if you'd like, Aska.
So our OOC rules are pretty simple. It basically boils down to don't be a troll. We are one of the more prominent Argent RP guilds on the server, and people know our names. So if you're in our guild, don't go around trolling people. Don't interrupt their RP. Don't harass them and whatnot. We take that very seriously because we don't want people interrupting our RP either. Next rule is really try not to be what people call an edgelord. Don't be a person that goes around starting drama for no real reason other than they constantly have to be in drama and their character has to be this hardcore, just it's all about him and everything. We're a group of people. But that's really about all of our OOC rules. It's just pretty much goes around about let people have fun and don't interrupt their fun, and don't make it all about your character.
Okay, really, it's the golden rule, isn't it? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and be respectful of not only the people within your guild, but the people outside it as well. So that's excellent. And so moving to the in-character rules, we have the Taskmaster himself, Allery. Sir, what are the in-character rules that I have to follow now that I'm part of the Argent Onslaught?
In character? Well, we follow a military structure, yeah. So if you're going to go up to one of the officers and say, hey, I hate you, I don't want to follow your rules, you basically landed yourself in a huge pile of crap. It all depends on what you do. So if you had punched Reese in the face, because his face is really punchable, you'd get in a whole heap of crap. You get thrown into the brig, you get your pay docked, you get manual labor, or something else. Or maybe we might just, let it slide just this once because, Reese has done some pretty stupid things. But it all really falls into the military structure. So if you do something minor, you get minor punishments. If you do something major, you're going to get a major punishment. If you kill somebody, which we've actually seen other guilds do that in Hearthblend, don't know why, you're going to get in a whole heap of it. You know what I mean? It's going to hit you like a sack of bricks. So you don't want to do anything stupid.
Okay, now have you guys had to do the firing squad for anybody in the guild?
No, actually, that's very surprising. We haven't, because people usually follow the rules.
Okay, well, excellent. Again, being in a military guild, expect in character to quote-unquote be in the military, and so have to follow orders of your officers and do so accordingly. So wonderful. So folks, when we come back, we are going to talk about ranks and find out where a new member is placed as far as ranks are concerned, what the ranks are within the guild, and how you can get promoted within them. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And Reese, we're talking ranks. So who are we talking to here on ranks?
Well, who we're talking to is Rosie McGowan. She is our quartermaster, and so she predominantly knows most of the information regarding ranks, and she would actually be probably the best person to talk to about this.
Okay, and so Rosie, I am brand new to the guild, so where am I placed as far as ranks are concerned?
Well, right now you would be a recruit. That is the rank that most people in for the first couple of weeks they're in the guild. As a recruit, you don't really have any responsibilities other than to be around and talk to us and let us know what sort of person you are. But you do get paid, and so does each rank thereafter at a graduated scale. It's not real gold because, well, I can't afford that, but after that, and you've been around us for a couple of weeks, and we get to know you and decide that you're ready to rank up, you become a private. Private is basically the rank that most people start their actual career within the guild at, and it's more just showing up and doing things that are helpful to the guild and being part of missions, and then after that you rank up. You need to decide what specialty your character is going to be before you can rank up to a specialist. We have medical, we have infantry, we have magic. Ranger, sorry. I would have my hide for forgetting that. And once you're a specialist, you start having a little bit of responsibility and working with the other members of your specialty. And then once we've decided that you've proven yourself as a specialist, you can move up to corporal. Corporal's when you start having some responsibilities and maybe leading small missions or doing things that help out the guild, like socially, like you can go to meetings with Reese and help him take notes and etc. After that is sergeant. Sergeant is where you start to take more responsibility and you do different things, like currently Rosie is a sergeant as the quartermaster, and she's in charge of taking care of making sure everyone's supplied, making contact with some of the trade guilds, things like that, and sergeants for the different respective groups would have different responsibilities at that rank. And then after sergeant is captain, and our captains are generally the higher rank of their division. They're the people that report to the commanders about their different responsibilities and such. And then after captain, we have major, and that is in charge of training and things like that. And then after that are our two commanders, and they are the ones that are out on the field and giving orders and basically being Reese's eyes and ears on the field. And then we have our General Reese, and he looks pretty and does paperwork, but we all love him.
So in order to take over leadership of the guild, do you have to battle Reese one-on-one in an arena of death?
Sadly, no, because quite a few of us have fought him one-on-one in an arena of death, and all we really get is a few bruises, and Reese gets kind of upset that if we mess up his face.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Some awesome ranks within the guild and some wonderful ways to get promoted within each. And so a well-structured guild is always a well-run guild. So that's excellent. And so when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the events that the Argent Onslaught participate in. So we're going to talk about guild events next. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so, Reese, what kind of guild events does the Argent Onslaught participate in, sir?
Predominantly, we participate in rolling events, where on our website, you make a character sheet and a list of attributes that your character has that range between -5 to +5 and stuff like that. And we go out and we do basically, like I said, D20 style rolling. And the sort of events that we've run can range from anywhere from scouting missions, where we have to go check out an area and not engage an enemy, to outright attacking, where we have a set of enemies to fight and put them down as quickly. We even run, every once in a while, campaigns, which are kind of a combination of all of them, set in a storyline that's pretty much ongoing at once. And that can take place pretty much anywhere in the world. We kind of like to get out there a little bit, instead of just being stuck up here in the Plaguelands.
Well, awesome. Now, do you guys have guild meetings once or twice a month, or at all?
Actually, we do. We have guild meetings, we try to, at least every other Wednesday, and we meet in the town hall here in Hearthglen, and we just talk about things that we've done, things that are upcoming, we do promotions, we do all sorts of stuff, and we do actually go to other meetings out there when we're invited to. There's all sorts of different councils and other groups like that people have asked us to join, and we go out and we just kind of offer advice or fulfill any sort of role that they want us to go out and do.
Oh, fantastic. Now, as far as community events, are you guys pretty much involved with the community here on Moonguard?
We pretty much try to be. Anybody who wants us to come, pretty much they can just say, hey, we have an event coming up. Do you guys want to come? And we try to at least be forewarned at least a week before, because we like to put our events, a couple of weeks in advance. So if they ask us to come out, pretty much we're going to try our best to make it out there.
All right, well, excellent. So, folks, there you go. A guild that stays busy, has a lot of fun events, and some great ideas behind those events, such as the rolling events that they do. So, some great stuff that you can participate while you're in the guild here. So, when we come back, we're going to talk about their current storyline and what the Argent Onslaught is doing at this moment in their storyline. So, we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so, Reese, what is the Argent Onslaught up to currently in its storyline?
Actually, currently in our storyline, we are still recovering from the Tournament of Ages, and we're just doing a bunch of small stuff, Plague Land patrols, dealing with the community, being out there and everything. And we're actually gearing up right now for a campaign that's coming up, that's ran by Virovich, and it's going to take place over several weeks, deal with undead, maybe a little bit of old god stuff. And we really don't know yet, because Virovich wants to keep it under wraps as a surprise, but that's pretty much what we're doing. Afterwards, we've got several other things in the works, because, as you had said before, we like to keep busy.
Oh, excellent. All right, there you go, folks. A fun campaign up and coming. And so, if you join in now, you'll be able to catch, hopefully, some of that wonderful campaign that's going to happen. So, excellent. So, folks, when we come back, we're going to talk to some of these folks about what they enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks. Well, we're at my favorite part of the interview, where we find out why folks have chosen the guild they're in. Because there are literally hundreds of guilds that you can join within the game, but they've chosen this one. And so up first here, we have Allery. He's commander of the Argent Onslaught. He's Brawler Allery, a level 100 human death knight. And so, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
I enjoy a lot of things here, but mainly it's just the people that I RP with. There's not many people around here that I can RP with up until 5 o'clock in the morning that we can just chat with about anything and everything, and I can actually enjoy chatting with them about. I mean, I'm going to be up until 5 anyway, but finding people who I enjoy staying up until 5 with, that's rare. And these guys are like a second family. Like, let's be real here. These guys are the reason why I stayed through this entire expansion, and that's saying something.
Well, yeah, that's true, isn't it? Finding folks that you really enjoy doing stuff within the game, that is what I think keeps a lot of people here in World of Warcraft, and what's maintained the longevity of the game for so long. So, excellent answer, sir. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks, up next is Sophia. She's a private of the Argent Onslaught. She's Crusader Sophia. She's a level 100 Worgen warrior. And unfortunately, Sophia is getting a mic here in a couple days, but she doesn't have one right now. So she has written her answer to Brimcraft. And so, Brimcraft, what does she enjoy about being in the guild?
She wrote, I love being in the Argent Onslaught because of the people are very friendly and helpful, and this group of people have made the past few weeks of my life a lot better and less stressful than it would have been without it. I love the events they do, even if I feel like I'm not pulling my weight sometimes I see in terms of emotes and whatnot. Also, another reason would be the overly handsome Reese. I'd also like to add, this guild made the Tournament of Ages actually enjoyable.
Wow, that's awesome, and a great, great answer. Thank you very much, Sophia. Alright, folks, you know him, you love him. It's Bjorn, captain of the Argent Onslaught. He's Crusader Bjorn. He's a level 100 human warrior with the awesome Thea at his side, as always. And so, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
Well, to be honest, the roleplay. I generally only play MMOs if there's roleplay involved, and to be honest, this is the best roleplay I get in any MMO to date. So if it wasn't for this guild, I probably would have left quite some time ago, with Warlords of Draenor not really being the patch that everyone wanted it to be. So yeah, I just absolutely love it here. It's like a family, even more so as, the medical officer. I get to take care of them all and treat their boo-boos and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, sir. Well, excellent. Excellent answer. Thank you very much. And thank you as well, Thea. All right, folks, up next is Ashka, the Major of the Argent Onslaught. He's Ashka the Undaunted, a level 100 Draenei Shaman. And, sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
Honestly, I only started RPing about last year whenever we were in the other guild, and these people are the ones that introduced me to RP, and I've been with them ever since. And everybody who creates events are just fantastic writers, and they really get the imagination going, and they really make everything so immersive for me that these people are great to escape to. And that's why I love this guild.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, one thing about roleplay guilds, they certainly keep things fun. And after all the raiding and all the PvE content is done, there's always something, always a new story within a roleplay guild. And so that's awesome that you found such an awesome roleplay guild within the Argent Onslaught. So excellent answer, sir. Alrighty, folks, up next is Friedrich, Recruit of the Argent Onslaught. He's Friedrich the Iron Vanguard, a level 100 Worgen Warrior. Now, Friedrich, who did you bring up here with you?
Yes, I brought up my little raven.
And who is your little raven?
Well, he's named after the fallen king of Lordaeron, just because the feels.
Okay. Now, Friedrich, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught, sir?
Well, to be honest, this character was really marked for deletion. But then I saw them, role-playing in, Stormwind. So I decided to give them a try, and all of a sudden I joined at the right time, entered the Tournament of Ages, and I just flew from there.
Oh, excellent. So what they've done is kind of reinvigorated Friedrich's roleplay?
I would say so. They pretty much brought it back to life. He was pretty much dead after the old guild I was in.
Oh, well, excellent. That is great to hear. So, and that's also a very nice answer, sir. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Up next is Shirizal, a recruit of the Argent Onslaught. She's a level 69 Pandaren priest. And who did you bring up with you, ma'am?
This is Shangu. He's actually really relevant to Shirizal's roleplay, story arc, all that, because she's an aspiring cloud serpent rider. He's been in her family for generations and stuff like that, so you never see him far apart.
Okay, awesome. And so...
Do you want to see his final form?
Oh, sure. Oh, that is really nice. I love that. All right, ma'am. Now, what do you enjoy about being in this guild?
I really enjoy just how much roleplay there is. After coming from a guild that had such barren roleplay where you'd have to go weeks at a time before you'd see each other again, and even then it's just fleeting 15 minutes at a time, going to a guild that has roleplay that goes for hours on end with people who just eagerly want to talk to each other, both in character and out of character, and just mesh so well together, and it's really a sort of team effort in everything they do. It's really refreshing and at the same time really wonderful to be a part of.
Well, that is an awesome, awesome answer, ma'am. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Alrighty, folks, up next is Rosie. She's Sergeant of the Argent Onslaught, Crusader Rosie, a level 100 Worgen Druid. Well, ma'am, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
I enjoy the fact that it's all the time people put into roleplay. We've had story arcs that have lasted for months. Rosie and her husband Tom just celebrated their 1-year anniversary in real time. We've all had continuous things from the last 2.5 years or so that are still relevant to the roleplay today. A lot of people are into the short term, and I like the fact that the Argent Onslaught has long story arcs.
Well, that's awesome, yeah, especially when you have a storied history with the guild, not only in your own roleplay, but within the roleplay within the guild. And I think that makes for a lot more interesting backstory, because there are all those stories that you can bring up and have a great time discussing or talking about. And they're actually real memories that your characters have with one another. And so I think that's a great answer, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Up next is Kira Tara. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah, but you can just call her Kira.
Okay. Up next is Kira, recruit of the Argent Onslaught. It's Kira the Explorer, a level 100 human monk. And so, ma'am, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
Well, I just joined. It's almost been 2 weeks ago. I've been around on Moonguard since Wrath. I like to RP, but I'm very shy. So when I came across this guild, it's been wonderful. They're pushing me out of my comfort zone. I'd never done a role event before. They walked me through that. They're just a really great bunch of people.
Now, what drew you to the guild?
I had actually didn't really know anything about it. I randomly started RPing with someone, and they tried to draw my character into it, and I was like, you know what? That would actually fit perfectly into her storyline.
Oh, okay. Well, awesome. Well, that is an excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Up last, but certainly not least, we have Brimcraft, the captain of the Argent Onslaught. It's Brimcraft of the Nightfall, level 100 Worgen Warlock. And ma'am, what do you enjoy about being in the Argent Onslaught?
So I guess what I enjoy the most is the realism and the attention to details brought into the storylines that allow me to kind of like get immersed in the game. Like, that's why I'm still doing it, and that's why I'll continue to do it.
All right. Well, that is awesome. Certainly like a guild that's doing a lot of things that make you feel involved. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent answer, ma'am. Thank you very much. All right, folks. Up next is Reese, the Argent General of the Argent Onslaught. Is Reese, the Argent Champion, a level 100 human warrior, and the guild leader of the Argent Onslaught. Now, sir, what do you enjoy about leading this guild?
You know, to be honest with you, there's all sorts of reasons why I actually like leading this guild. I suppose the biggest is that it's not just my guild. You know, like, there's no my in this group. Everybody who joins and has been a part of it has made something about it. And everybody that's a part of it also has, you know, some part of it and some say in which direction the guild goes. Like, I know we have officers and stuff mostly to overlook everything, but for the most part, everybody, you know, has a say which direction we go, what we do, what events we run, what we do as a group, and stuff like that. And I think that's probably the best part, is that it's just made up of so many different people that have a passion for roleplay, have a passion for telling good stories, and genuinely want to be a part of a group and just have a lot of fun.
All right, well, that's an excellent answer, sir. Yeah, a guild that where everybody feels like they're involved and participating in certainly is a lot happier and allows folks the opportunity to not only express themselves through their own role play, but to incorporate the entire guild into what they're doing as well. So that is a great answer. And so with that, folks, we're going to come back and find out if we missed anything during the interview. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so, Reese, did we miss anything during the interview that you would like folks to know?
We haven't missed anything that was going on, but I would like to give a shout out to the community itself and to let everybody know that we're always up in Hearthglen, and we're always down for role-playing with whoever wants to come and have us out there with them.
All right, excellent. So there you go, folks. If you're looking for some fun role play and you happen to be in the Hearthglen area on Moonguard, or one of those cross-realm servers, and you happen to see these fun folks, do take a chance. Come up, random role play, walk up role play, or even if you're looking for a home, this is a fun guild to join. And so, again, come and check these guys out. You'll find them in Hearthglen, and a lot of fun. And so with that, we're going to come back, and we're going to give our final goodbye to this awesome guild, the Argent Onslaught. We'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, we are back. And so, Reese, thank you guys so very much for taking the time to answer all of Turwinkle's pestering questions here tonight.
Hey, it was no trouble at all, actually. We enjoy having you around.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. And again, a wonderful, wonderful time here tonight with this awesome guild, the Argent Onslaught. Once again, folks, if you're looking for a fun guild to join, come and join these guys. They do a lot of heavy role play and something that, as you can tell through the individual interviews, everybody enjoys. And so come and join them if you're really looking for a lot of role play fun here on Alliance side over on the Moonguard server. And so with that, folks, we are going to head on back to actually the shrine in Pandaria with our final thoughts on this awesome guild, the Argent Onslaught. Oh, it's a... All right.
Just a little something to kind of send us all.
Oh, I missed again. Hey, candy, yay! Pile of candy, good.
Figure that's for everybody.
Nice, what'd I get?
I got a gumball. Yay!
Hey, I got a pink gumball.
Yeah, make sure Thea doesn't swallow it.
Nice. Alrighty, folks. Well, we made it safe and sound back to the shrine, and boy, Turwinkle, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Sure.
So let's give the Argent Onslaught a wonderful thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, okay, that Turwinkle, a nicer thank you, sir.
Allow me to express my deepest thanks.
There you go. All right, folks, if you like this episode, click that like button. If you'd like to comment on this episode or on any of our previous episodes, please do so below. Let us know what you liked and what you didn't. And finally, if you'd like to subscribe, well, we would love to have you, so hit that subscription button today. Well, excellent job as always, sir. And Turwinkle, we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Turwinkle. Bye-bye.